Hey guys, say hi, Vinny. We're at this job in Fountain Valley. This guy says that his kitchen smells like grease, and they've been cleaning the filter for their exhaust fan, for the kitchen exhaust fan. But we noticed when we got there this morning that his dampers, the little butterfly, wasn't opening and closing. It's really gunked up with grease. And you could try to remove the motor and put the crossbar down and try to get to that butterfly, but you only get it clean on one side. You're not going to get it clean professionally by not taking down the hood fan. You can give it a half-ass cleaning without removing the hood fan, but for the most part, it's only going to be one side that you can really get spotless, and the other side is still going to, you can wipe the blades on, and then you end up bending it up. So he opted for us to remove his hood fan and to take it down, get the butterfly off. I call it the butterfly. They're dampers, but you'll hear me call it butterfly. And we'll take it all apart, clean his hood fan, clean his butterfly, and even clean the ducting that comes from the ceiling down. We'll even clean that, and then we'll reinstall it. I told him I didn't know how much it was going to be. It would be under 200, but it's hard to tell until we actually do it. So Vinny's getting all his tools together. He's going to clean up his drywall later. So anyway, with that being said, we're going to get in there and we're going to, yeah, you got everything? Yeah. You'll probably need your ladder too, son.
All right.
With that being said, he said do it. So he got me out of the AOA magazine. I advertise in 3, but this one, so this means he has income property. We're at his house today, not his income property, but if he got me out of the AOA, that means he's got apartments as well. Usually that conversation will happen while we're working, and I'll be able to get more out of him. I don't want him to think that I'm sniffing out apartment people only. I'll let him bring it up, but the fact that he got me out of the AOA magazine, because we advertise in the apartment management magazine, then the AOC magazine, and the AOA. This guy got me out of the AOA. So, if we do a good job here, he'll probably be calling me, and I don't overprice it. He'll probably be calling me for all his apartment needs as well. He did mention that his handyman retired. They always say that either they're retired or they moved or something like that. But he could just be trying somebody new and filling us out. But they always want to give you hope, saying that they're looking for a new handyman. And most likely they are. Whether he's really gone or really retired, who knows? But this is our chance to get our foot in the door. We're always thinking about growing. We don't want to put our eggs in one basket. If we get one management company that controls us, and then they either sell the place or they find somebody new, all our eggs are in one basket. That's no good. We want to cater to everybody. There are a couple management companies that I give the golden glove treatment to, and but it doesn't mean I'm putting all my eggs in one basket. That's just one little business tip. Now I'm trying to teach to Vinny, rather. I'm not trying to preach to you guys. I'm just preaching to Vinny. It's okay to give the golden glove. It's okay to have favorites. But, you want to make sure you give all the other guys just as good as, well, almost as good as treatment. When I say that, I mean for scheduling. I'll always give all the customers equal treatment, give them a good job. That's all we try to do is, we don't give them a half-ass. We try to do a good job for everybody. But I meant by scheduling. For instance, if Brandon calls from Brand Property, I'll go ahead and I'll make room for him between other management companies. Where I won't do that with other management companies, I'll make them wait their turn, which is usually 2 to 3 days. It's not outlandish. Unless they got a plumbing issue, then we'll go over there. If something's leaking and they can't keep a bowl under it, we'll go over there and make it happen. But for the most part, we're not going to put our eggs in one basket. Right, Vinny?
That's right.
All right. We get a, what do you call it? What's it, that egg-sucking snake? go in there and swallow all our eggs.
Never heard of
Yeah, there's snakes that look for eggs in trees. And the robin or the bird leaves the tree and he comes back with no eggs.
Sounds like a snake.
Yeah, so there we go. All right, guys, we're going to get in here. This person is new. I told him I'm videotaping, but I promised him I would just keep the video to the work. And he goes, okay. And because I hope that doesn't affect him using us at other apartments, but if he sees that I'm doing what I say and I keep it right to the work, then he probably be all right with it. Okay, guys, what we're going to do is, you can see they keep the filter clean, guys. Filter looks clean, you know, but it is a little sticky. But for the most part, the butterfly isn't working. I was able to, I didn't know if I was going to get, I took this filter out and looked at it with my flashlight. I turned it on high and it's not working. So it's sticking. I can show you what I mean in a minute, but I put the filter back because I didn't know if I was going to be doing the work or not. I gave him my price, and then that way if he didn't like it, we're out of here. But anyway, we're going to take all this apart, and we're going to clean it all out. You can see right here, there's a little bit of grease right here coming out the seam. See, this is where you'll get your smell in your kitchen, right here. He wakes up in the morning, and he smells it, and he realizes that something's going on. And the minute I walked in, this is where I went to the hood fan. He kind of thought it was coming here from here, but he didn't know his dampers weren't working. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. Okay, you can see that damper or the butterfly right above the fan blades. I'm going to turn it on low. Turn it on low, Benny. Now watch. Nothing opens. Now put it on high. Still, nothing opens. Same with the other side. It won't open. So that's not good. I could sit there and remove this bar, remove the motor, clean what I can get. I can get it working for now, but 6 months from now, it's going to do the same thing. The only right way to do that is to remove this hood, get it all out, clean it. Plus, look at this mess here. We got to clean all that grease out of this ducking. You know, it's going to be a first-class job. Okay, guys, Alicia and Vinny don't like the idea of me cleaning this. They said it's been there for years and the grease is going to be probably... So Vinny is running to Home Depot while me and Alicia get this booger down. And he's getting new ducking. So anyway, and he's right. By the time I sit there with the greaser, and I'm not going to get all the grease out of all that shit. You know, we're going to give him a first-class job. So I made a mistake there. I wanted to clean it. I was trying to think about the money for the customer. But, you know, he'll be happy to see. He called us here for a reason. And you can tell he's got some money. So I'm sure he's going to... I haven't broke the news to him yet. But he said do what I had to do. Okay, guys. Unfortunately, this is not the one that comes out. But I'm going to put some gloves on. And I'm going to flip it over and see if I can't undo the bracket and maybe drop it from the other way. If that's the case, then maybe I wouldn't have had to drop the whole hood. But I do need to drop the whole hood regardless. If I was just going to change the butterfly, I feel like now that I see this one, because every model is different. Some have that little thing that slips over and into the ducking, and it has, and you remove it and it falls out. Others are built in like this. But regardless, even if I could have dropped this butterfly out damper, I still needed to take it off in order to get to the ducking, to put new ducking. So we're going to put new ducking rather than clean it. All right. So I'll get this flipped over and we'll check it out. We're outside in the back, his backyard there. Okay, guys, what we're gonna have to do is take this panel off right here, and then unplug the fan motor, and take the screws off for the fan motor. Drop that out, and then we'll just leave the butterfly in place, and we'll clean it from this way and that way, as long as we put some tape over that electrical right there, because we're going to take that out, and then we'll put some tape on there to keep the water from splashing in, and we'll wash that butterfly really good from this side and that side. The only thing I'll have to be careful with is the light sockets. I'll put some paper towels into those 2 sockets and some tape, and we'll be good to go. Make it happen. Alright guys, I got my best associate working on this.
Thank you.
She's going to strip it all out. Vinny's still at Home Depot goofing around. So she's going to get all that out, and she'll put some tape over that electrical hole for the fan motor. She'll put some tissue or paper towels in those 2 sockets and some masking tape. And we'll be careful when we spray the water to rinse the chemicals off. We're going to use Awesome. It's cheap, but it's really good stuff. I like Awesome for most things. And I like Simple Green for cleaning up bathrooms. That way when I leave, it leaves a nice fresh smell. When we're doing plumbing, you'll always see Simple Green. But on this kind of stuff, I'll use Awesome. It's a lot cheaper. So, listen, don't break nothing. I don't want to have to buy this guy a new hood fan.
Okay.
It'll be coming out of your paycheck, babe.
You know, the Awesome actually gets the job done.
Yeah, it does.
There you go.
Okay, looking good. Now what she's going to do, guys, I think you just dropped a screw or a clip.
The clip.
Okay. Make sure, count every one of them.
They're 4. Yeah.
Okay, make sure 4 and 4. 4 clips, 4 screws.
That's
okay.
it. That's what we got.
Those go on and back here, guys, so they thread. You
Yeah.
put the clip, show them how the clip goes.
Well, the panel goes this way.
They know that, but just show how the clip goes. The clip goes,
Behind
it's hard to touch it
behind
because it's
it?
sticky.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Doesn't go
get it
behind it,
already.
it goes on it.
Yeah, right here.
No, they should be butterfly clips where it just goes on like that.
Well, no, these are just clips that do actually hold it. You hold it this way and then you screw it.
Let me see it. Oh, she's right, guys. I thought they were the ones
No,
that...
we just gonna hold it back side
Okay.
of it. That way you just screw into it.
Okay, now she's going to unplug this guy. And then she's going to drop the fan motor. The butterfly damper looks like it's welded in. So go ahead and drop the motor from right there and right there.
Try this
I
way.
told her to use Vinny's impact, but she said, no,
This is-
get it all sticky.
Greasy and sticky.
Yeah, that comes out.
No,
Good job.
They just pull, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no wings. Okay, good enough. Now, take
Oh,
the...
it's supposed to be lift. And then
Oh,
release,
lift.
yeah.
Okay, well, we learned.
Okay. Now what?
Now, take the 2 screws out for the fan. Put all the parts there. I can't stay on my knees long about that. Okay. You can leave the screws out. They're all the same size.
Now those.
They all look the same, don't they? Or longer?
Yeah, these are the same. That's
Okay.
different. That's for the clip over here.
Okay,
the
so we
bottom
got
wire.
that out, guys.
It's so greasy.
Now, I don't think there's any way to get the butterfly out, right? Because it's all tack welded. Look at that. So what happens when that thing breaks?
Look at that.
Yeah. We'll wipe it off a little bit. Put it back. I could put a new motor, but it's a two-spin. I just leave it. There's nothing wrong with it. So, look at this. So, this really can't come out, can it?
This? No, it's actually.
No, I meant the
welded.
butterfly.
Oh, the butterfly. It seems like.
We'll just clean it from both sides. It's out here. It's easy to clean
no,
from
it's
both
kinda
sides.
Like, look at that.
Okay, so it's on there, right?
Yeah.
So if it ever broke, so why don't you get some Awesome from the truck,
Yeah.
and get it sprayed on both sides, and we'll let it set a few, and then we'll get a brush, we'll rinse it, and then we'll get a brush and do it again. Hey Al, we do need to put paper towels in both those sockets, and tape over that hole over there, the electrical. Okay guys, I'm gonna have her put the paper towels on, but for right now I'm just gonna get this soaking. This is awesome. 99-cent store, dollar store, Home Depot. You can see that butterfly is slightly bent. That means that's why this was not touching that. We're going to bend that in a little bit and make it perfect, or as close as possible, guys. Okay, Alicia's going to bring the screens out here, and we're going to clean those too. This fan, I'm not going to do no soap on there. I'm just going to take WD-40 and spray it all over the motor and wipe it off with WD-40, because if WD-40 gets in there, it's okay, because it's water displacement. Basically, if you were to drop that into water, you could soak it. You could just dunk it in WD-40 and give it a couple days to dry off and evaporate, and it gets all the water out of there. Hey guys, you're probably wondering what I would do if we couldn't use this. Let's just say it was all bent up or just too bad. What we could do is cut this little bar, and that bar right there where it's tacked, take it off, and then we could use this add-on. Basically, this guy would go right inside this guy right here. You just make it fit. It fits perfect. I only have one hand. There it is. So you could use this one and this. Alec, can you get that out for me? So you could use this one. This would go right over this lip right here. And you know what, guys? The way this one is all bent up, I may just do that. I may just cut that band, as long as this fits on it. If it doesn't fit on it, it could sit on top of it inside this guy right here. I may just do that. I may just, because it's all bent up. Probably during installation, the installer grabbed it probably by there, or something stupid. You know, people get lazy and they do stupid shit. Anyway, I guess I was guilty of that at one time, but then I don't do that no more. You know, I try to put a lot of pride in whatever I'm doing, even if it's cleaning a hood fan. You know, we were talking about this the other day. Well, are there things you won't do? Hey, I'll shovel shit in a barn if it pays well. You know, just give me the fucking shovel and show me where it's at, and guarantee I'm going to get paid my regular wages. I'll go do it. Same with this. This is just one of these items. A lot of people say, yeah, you're going to housekeep your hood fan. Sure I will. For the right price, sure will. And, you know, I'm just going to tell the guy that I need to cut that one out. It's too bent up, and it's probably letting a lot of air in. And he did say he felt cold drafts in the winter and sometimes heat coming through. Well, that's why it's leaking. If you look, when you close it, look how much it's bent. It wants to close right there. It should be like this. So I'm going to show it to him, and I'm going to let him know it's going to be a little over $200 for everything, and plus material. So see what he says. Guys, I was telling Vinny, when you buy these at Home Depot, they don't have them in a box. So you want to make sure before you install it or before you buy it that the rim isn't touching this and they don't bind. Sometimes you buy them and they're already binding right from the box. So you want to make sure that it does all this by itself. And he says he smells the smell in the morning. Well, this is why. His vent only closes. Show him how much it closes. It only, no, that's where it's supposed to close. Show him how far it actually closes. Right there. So she's having to force that. Watch. Do it until you don't have to force it.
Well, it's
right
facing this way.
Okay,
yeah.
just about right there.
Yeah.
So where do you have to start to force it? Right there?
Right there, see?
So all that's backdrafting in his house in the morning, most likely. So we're gonna cut that out and do it the right way. Okay guys, this really isn't as bad as I thought it would be. We could remove the tape and scrub it, but we got the new ones and they're only like $9 a piece. And all the grease is in the crevices, like in the very bottom there where it really accumulated. It accumulated in those lines and was milking out the side there. So I think since we see right here, it's just milking all out, it's hard to get all that grease out inside there. And if we're going this far where we're taking everything apart, let's just put this thing together like it was brand new. So that's what we're gonna do. I mean, that's about $18 and some change. So okay guys, he's gonna WD-40 it, and we're just gonna wipe it off after it sinks in, just around the outside. I would use take the hose off and from about this distance and just fog it. Keep your can a little straight if you can. Flip it upside down. You can do the blades, everything. We're just going to wipe it all off after it soaks a while. Do both sides of the blades, and the arm. Because in a way it's like a solvent there, so it'll... Okay, let's give that about a 10-minute soak, and then we'll wipe it all off. And hey guys, I know I'm going to get some comments, you shouldn't do this, shouldn't do that. I've been cleaning exhaust fans with WD-40 my whole career, and I haven't had a problem. So I just go what works. Okay, let's let that soak 15 minutes and then wet it again and then start wiping it off. Always let it soak and do its work, and then what'll happen is I'll re-soak it and then start wiping it off. Okay guys, he's gonna cut that metal off right there, that strap. Yeah, as close as he can to the... That's one. You can do that right there. Start your blade first. High speed. Try starting it higher the speed, the finer the... You know what would have been good too? Is a cut-off wheel. Just bend that off. It'll come off. You're gonna have to bend that piece off anyway, fuck it. Bend that piece off there. Just get a pair of needle nose, left and right. Looking good. Make a full bend. Full to the left, to the right. All the way down each time. There you go. That motion of travel will put a crease in it. And then once it gets to the end, you can go little strokes.
Let me go get other hands.
I just like taking it all the way off. There it is. See? That way it doesn't accumulate grease. So put all that. I don't want to leave this on the guy's grass. What if we lose it? Just put it in the trash can, all that. Okay, so now I'm going to have your mom clean all that up, start wiping it down, and then we can start to put it back together. Okay guys, the inside looks really good. It's not dripping, it's not built up where you see the drips. Everything is good here. Alicia's going to clean it out a little bit with some awesome where she can reach and call that done. Okay, Vinny's got that WD-40 cleaning up that motor. Like that. I'm going to tell you guys in the end what I ended up charging. I remember I told you that I was going to be talking pricing with you guys. But then it'd be nice to have a little feedback of what you guys think. Am I too much? Am I not enough? If I am not enough, how much more? If I'm too much, how much am I, overcharging? Just look at the work we're doing, and then I'll tell you what it ends up being. He was expecting a price of $200 or under $200 until things changed. And things always change, and I always tell my customers things can change. And they did. We cut out the thing. We decided instead of cleaning that to put new. These were all things that he was happy with. So let's just see how this job goes, and we'll go from there. All right, the guy was good enough to give us a bucket of hot water. At least he didn't want to leave the awesome over, or not the overspray, but the remnants, the residue. At least he didn't want to leave the residue of the awesome on there. So he was able to get us a hot bucket of water. And she's doing a really good job making this thing like new. And Vinny's over here wiping it down really good with WD-40.
I'm going to do the top first, flip it around, and get the backs.
Okay, sounds good. And me, I'm the one bringing all this to you guys. This could be the important part if when you consider YouTube, is the cameraman.
Yeah, so. Cameraman never dies.
I guess I could put it on a tripod and get to work.
No.
Right? Asshole. Alright, so here we go. Hey guys, let's talk about something. Let's talk about, while they're cleaning, new versus old. Okay. Usually I charge to go pick up a hood fan, because that's your time going to Home Depot. Back in the day, nobody paid for your time, but now people do figure their time for shopping. They may not tell you that, but it's in their estimate. So let's say I go to Home Depot and I pick up a unit, and I go to their place and I drop their unit, and if it's local around my area, say within 10 miles to 15 miles at the most, I'm probably right around $175 labor plus materials. And let's just say I charge, right now I'm thinking probably to charge this guy around, so I keep to my promise, because he's got building. He's actually been talking, he's got 2 fourplexes, and he says something's always going wrong. They always say that. But anyway, he's got 2 fourplexes, and I want to keep what I almost promised. So I was thinking about 215, 218, maybe 220. So let's just go with let's just say I charge him 220. What does he save by doing all this? Now, if I go to a job and I'm changing the ducking right there, I have to remove his old ducking. Sometimes the ducking falls out and we just put it back. But if I have to actually align new ducking, it takes a while, and then tape it all off, where if it's left in place and the tape's all good, we don't touch it. But let's just say I have to pull their ducking out, put new ducking for one reason or the other, because most of the time, if it's an apartment, you don't really have a place to clean all this, so you just go straight to new. But this is a house, and this is his backyard, so let's just say we go 220. Well, he still saves a lot of money, because to get because I would charge for new ducking. If I go there, it's $165. Then new ducking, I charge about $45. So you're about $200 for labor for a new hood. But now, with this, he's going to be into it, say $220 plus the parts, another 9, 19, another $29. Let's just say $30. So let's say if I charge him $220 and $30, that's $250. How much does he save? Well, a hood fan of this quality, I would say, is probably at Home Depot about $300, maybe $250 to $300. So he is saving. So it'd be another $250. So he is saving $250 or so by fixing this one. So that is a savings. Maybe now some people, I did ask them in the beginning, I said, do you want to do this and just we'll pick you up a new one. We'll go to Home Depot and get you something similar, or you can go there and call us back for another day. What do you prefer? And he said he prefers that we just go ahead and clean this one up, because he thought the one that he would get would be around $350. He wants the ones with the light bulbs on the outside instead of the inside. So he would opt for that one, which is about $307. So we're cleaning this one up, and I did tell him, I said, if you don't like it when we're done, and you really want a new one, I'll work with you. I'll you pay me a little bit more and I'll put you a new one in if you're not. So he did have that option. He still has that option, but I can see now he's not going to want it because everything's going together nicely. He comes out and checks periodically, looks through the window and checks on us. So anyway, she's got her hot water. She's working everything, looking good. I think he's going to love it. So he's saving about $300 opting to salvage what he's got.
Well, there's one thing about this one though. This is actually stainless steel.
Yeah, oh, real
There's
stainless.
no
What
mix.
she's talking
There's no
about,
metal.
what she's talking about, a lot of people claim stainless steel refrig, stainless steel hood, stainless steel this, stainless steel ass, this, you know, and it really isn't. Stainless steel starts to rust. Like stainless steel barbecue, I guarantee you, anybody that buys a stainless, oh, where did you get that from? It's an extra?
Yeah,
I know.
He borrow one.
He did?
Yeah.
You told him what you were going to do?
Yeah, watch this.
You better be right, because...
Okay, watch this. This is new Home Depot. See that?
Okay.
This one. It doesn't have that much.
So
metal.
it's sticking.
Not that much though. Feel it. Doesn't have that much.
Hey, I guess the customer didn't know. Don't say anything.
Watch
Oh,
it.
you're right.
Not that
Look,
much.
guys.
Yeah, and look at this one.
Okay, it's sticking to that. That's
Yeah.
metal.
But look at hold on.
Can I do the
Right here,
test?
look.
I think there's components
Yeah, but
inside that's
I want the
Inside.
people to really see what we're doing
You
here.
can put on the side right here.
Okay, can you put it down?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, guys, let's just watch and see. Okay, there's something there. Oh, probably because of this metal thing here. Let's go.
At the panel.
Okay, yeah, I was sticking
panel.
to this rim right here because that's metal. But watch, here's the panel. Okay, guys. So it's good stainless steel.
Yeah.
It's good stainless
Now put it in
steel.
here?
No, we know that's metal.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good. And then here, look at that. Okay, so this is good stainless steel. Now, go buy a barbecue that says stainless, but make sure you bring your magnet, because I guarantee you, if you don't bring your magnet, in about 2 years, you're going to see the doors on the barbecue start to rust through. It's going to start to turn a yellowish, tarnished looking color. That's because the stainless steel that they're using is cheap shit, and it's got more other metals in it mixed into it to save money. And so anytime somebody's going to sell you stainless steel, bring your little magnet. Go give him his magnet back.
Okay.
Would you take it off as free? It wasn't holding anything up, was
No.
it? Okay.
I
It was
can
extra?
Yeah.
Okay, take it back before you forget. And,
Yeah, of course.
tell him thank you. Tell him he's got a good quality. I can see him to the right watching you with that magnet. So he knows he's got something good because he saw that magnet fall off. But anyway, guys, take your magnet with you no matter what you're buying. If that magnet sticks, guaranteed, if you're going to put it outside, it's going to rust. It's going to start with a yellowish tarnish and get worse. If it's inside, you probably don't have nothing to worry about. For instance, if you're going to buy a fridge and the magnet sticks to it, chances are you're going to be okay because it's inside. It's enough stainless steel in it to keep it from tarnishing rust color. But if it's going to be outside, I guarantee you it's going to rust. I know that because I go to people's houses all the time and I see barbecues that are built right and that are stainless and real stainless, and they don't rust. And Alicia has a magnet, guys, on her fucking keychain usually. We do that because we used to save metal for the scrap guy, and we had 2 piles, and she would always like stick it to it and make sure that way we knew what. Anyway, she has a magnet. Did you take that off your keychain yet or no?
I think so for right now.
Okay, well, it's bulky and
Yeah.
you know, and I don't collect as much metal.
Yeah, that's
But
what it was.
when I get home, I'll show you how I collect metal for this guy. I got a whole side. That way, when I need a favor from him, he does it. So with that being said, stick that magnet on whatever you're buying right in front of that salesman. Then that salesman's going to tell you some bullshit story, and you just, if it's going to be outside, walk away from it. If it's going to be inside, it's going to be okay. Now, I got good testimony for this. I bought a barbecue before I knew this, and it rusted. The doors rusted. So I bought, of course, bought another one, and I stuck a magnet to it, and it was a little bit magnetic, but not much. And so far it's doing good. Now my refrigerator is completely magnetic, but it's supposed to be stainless, but because it's inside, it's not hurting anything. I'll check when I get home. I'll check my barbecue. Now they got barbecues that are, like, I would say two-tone, meaning color, but I'm using it in a different way, metal. They got barbecues that have real stainless steel on the hood part, and then the doors and bottom part that hold it is like 50-50, or whatever the right word for it is. It'll rust. It'll stick, and then it will rust. I'm not sure. I don't think I could find, I think I couldn't find a barbecue with what I really wanted for, under 500, because I only spent like 3 something, 4 something. So I think my doors are lightly magnetic and the top part isn't, where my old one was, the whole thing was made and it was all magnetic. It would hold a magnet. Anyway, I just thought I would have that conversation with you guys. Alright, Vinny reminded me off camera that we went barbecue shopping, and I did get one that was magnetic on the doors and even the hood. That was because the one that they had at the barbecue store, which was 100% stainless steel, I forget the number of the stainless, but you couldn't get a magnet to stick anywhere. But that thing was almost $1,400, and this was about a year and a half ago. And for what we do in our backyard, we don't need a $1,200-$1,500 barbecue. I've got other places in my house that need fixing before I go spending that kind of money on the outside. So I've really neglected the outside of my house lately because I've been so busy. But now that I got Vinny to help, when we get some slow time, I put him on my house and he gets after it. We're going to be doing some carpentry pretty soon. I'm going to teach him how to change fascia boards and how to splice them together and how to make them look like one. We got that, and then my jacuzzi has one leg for some reason that's rotten at the bottom, and I got a 2x4 screwed to the inside, a treated one. We're going to mimic the leg. We're going to actually copy the leg out of treated wood, treated lumber, and make it the same, and that way it won't rot no more. And maybe I'll incorporate something on the bottom of the leg, like some little feet or so. I don't know, but I'm going to make it better than what it is. I could just call the company that I bought this, and they have leg kits. But what's the use? It didn't take long for that to rot out, so I'm going to build my own. Anyway, this is looking really good. Alicia's got that sucker clean. Look at it. So, anyway, just you guys know that we're going to have to wind it up because, I got one more job to do. I told him I'd be there between 12:30 and 2:30. So, we got to wrap it up. I know we want to do a good job, but I think you've done a perfect job, Al. I think this is ready to be assembled. Vinny, I think you've done a perfect job. I mean, you're like a fucking dentist with that pick, that screwdriver.
Sit on my finger,
Okay, well, he's got it clean. So let's get this all put back together, guys. There's got to be an end time. Yeah, it really turned out nice. Let me see the motor. Turn it around. I was just expecting you to wipe it off.
Oh, no, it's
that looks nice and clean.
Yeah, it looks soft.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to get these guys moving on, putting it back together.
Well, you always treat the customer house like your own.
Well, of course, but it doesn't mean that I can give away the farm. Okay? Alright, guys, she got these screens spotless. She gonna rinse them off with a hose, but she's just putting a little water on top of the soap. She sprayed it with soap. But these things are spotless, guys. Look, she did a spotless job. Look at that. Not a dab of grease in there. Look, guys.
Yeah.
Both of them spotless. These are nice filters too. Nothing in there. Smell good too. And she's got this thing spotless. Wiped all the residue off of it. Looking good. Hey, we have that stainless steel cleaner in the van, right?
Yeah.
Let's put a coat of that on it after we're done with it. Let's just spray a little dab of stainless cleaner.
Yeah.
And let's just leave it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What I've recommended for Vinny to do is kind of mock it up about the same height, because we looked at it and it was perfect. So basically I'm going to have him kind of get it to the same height, into the same shape as best as possible. Then we'll get it in there, then we'll put the hood, and then we'll have them make final adjustments. What I like to do, guys, is I like to put a little WD-40 on the parts that are going to go in, and on the inside where it's going to receive it. That way, if later on in there when you're making final adjustments, you can pull it outward or in more. That lubrication really helps, and then it just evaporates up. Hey guys, this has a little weight on it. I don't know if you can see it. But if you notice, when it was on, it was bent and it wouldn't lay flat. It had this much space on both blades. So can you imagine when he has a downdraft coming through, it was blowing all that greasy, that air through that pipe, that ducking, picking up the odor, and then out through the hood and out through the filter. Now the new one is going to lay flat and totally seal off. And I don't know how long it'll last, but I'm sure he's going to have great results. Okay guys, he's got it almost shaped perfect. Look at that. It's a little bit lower, but he can open it up once he's in there, and then he can tape it all up. You don't really need to put screws through these guys. You just put them up there and put tape around them. And that holds them in place, and it's nothing combustible. It's not, you know, any kind of carbon monoxide going through it. If it breaks apart, there's no danger, but usually all you put is tape. You don't really put no screws in it. Especially with items with grease, you want to keep the inside as flush as possible so grease don't build up on certain, you know, things that are sticking out. But anyway, we've never put screws on them. I don't know what code says. I don't care what code says. I put them on with tape. I haven't even ran across one that had screws in it. But anyway, that's the way we're going to do it, is use tape. Wherever it wants to set, like that, right there. Just a little bit. And we're going to put this guy on top right here. And now, if you put your hand under it and flip it, watch what happens. Put your hand and hit the blade. Lays flat every single time. So there's no stress on it. Okay guys, Alicia's going to line up the thing because it's kind of large and we probably won't be able to get it in once it's in. So we're going to just put it in there, wedge it a little bit. Don't bend it if you don't need to.
No, you have to bring it in.
Okay, so just kind of like right there would be good just for the start, I guess.
Oh, I got some.
Now it should kind of wedge in and hold itself. Go up a little higher. Right there's good. It'll come down. Okay, so now let's get the hood fan. Hey guys, I'm gonna put this camera down because I don't want nothing to drop and embarrass the shit out of us. I'm gonna put this camera down and I'm gonna help them put the screws on while they bring it up. Okay guys, because this could come down too. Alright guys, Alicia's Vinny lifted it up in there and Alicia's putting the screws to it. That's looking good. Now we gotta adjust. Yeah, and I left the motor out. That way he can adjust his ducking and we can adjust this damper. Once this ducking is on the right spot, then we can bring this damper down where we want it and adjust it. And then we'll make sure it's working nice and good and it lays 100% flat. Alright, Vinny's putting some more crimp to it because it's tight up there. So when you put more crimps in it, it brings it in more so it fits easier to adjust. By him crimping it, guys, it went in a lot easier, and now he can pull it out or in to adjust it properly, and then he'll put his tape. Okay guys, I've got Alicia doing the tape job. She'll get that all molded. Once she gets it where she wants it, she'll just like mold the shit out of it so it becomes part of the ducking. The guy seems to be real happy. He walked through here looking at his everything, how nice it looked. Wait till Alicia gets out. Do you have that stainless steel cleaner in the van now?
Yeah.
Wait till she breaks out the stainless steel cleaner, guys, and wipes it all down. Okay guys, Alicia's got it all taped off. Everything looks good. All taped nice. Okay guys, there's the butterfly right there. It flaps nicely. So we go up like that. Everything's nice. So it's all flapped off, a real good seal. I like that a lot better. Alright guys, we're going to put everything back together on it, I guess. Okay, Alicia's putting this back together, guys. Okay guys, I'm going to put it on low and see what it does.
Right.
Was that high?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that butterfly go up. Both of them. Gotta see how it comes down. Let me see if I can zoom in, guys. Let me try to get... Okay, so let's go... Which way to the low? What's this say? Which way is the low?
Low right here.
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, that's high.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
It says right here low. Anyway, listen. Here we go. To the left. Both flappers go up. I can see it. Now I'm going to go down like that. They both come down nicely. The other one hasn't come down yet.
Stuck.
Okay, we got a problem. Okay guys, Vinny took the motor back out because this side is flapping good. This side is going up and not coming down. Remember I said on the other one I saw a little weight. I think I showed it to you guys. There's like a little piece of tape with weight on one side. I guess they test them. I'm having the same problem. Let me zoom in. Okay, what I did on the corners, see the two corners? They were straight. So I bent the two. Fuck, okay. I bent the corner out on both sides. So now when it hits the corner and only allows it to open so much. See? It only allows it to open so much. That way it'll certainly come down. So now watch, I got a blower here because I didn't want to keep fucking with that fan. Okay guys, so I'm going to pull the trigger on this blower. So now it shuts every time. And if it's a little like, I notice this one side hesitates. So I might just give that a little bit more bend right there. And that should do it. Okay guys, the motor's in. So let's see what we get here.
Here you go.
Okay guys, let's try it now. This should be the last time. Okay, here goes low.
That's fine.
Okay. There's low right there. Okay, now turn it off. They both go. Now turn it on high. They open all the way, guys. Look. Now turn it off. Vinny, can I show them that picture? That way they can kind of see what we did. Okay, these flappers right here were straight, and I bent each one. Then I bent the other side almost identical, right there. And now, when they open, they hit that flap. So all I did was spread them open. That way, when they went up, they would hit the corner on the frame, and they wouldn't open. They were all the way. So now, instead of opening past each other like this and leaning on each other, now they open about right there, and they close every time now. Little adjustment. Okay, guys, we got the bulbs in, and we got the metal right here in. Now Alicia's rinsing out the filters outside. Okay, guys, it's all done. Everything's taped up. We got the filters in right here, looking good. She's giving it one little wipe down with this stainless steel cleaner. I'll show you how it looks in a minute. It makes the whole unit look brand new. Okay, guys, that's with the stainless steel cleaner. Look at that. All right, very nice. Look at that. See, you're always ragging on me about the stain color. Look at this. Same as ours. Isn't that neat? Yeah. All right, guys, we're heading home. Alicia brought her own car, so she's following us. Just to let you know, in the end, he asked me how much it was going to be, and I told him, would he be okay with $225 with labor, and I showed him my receipts for Home Depot, and he had a smile on his face. He left. He brought me $225, and he handed Vinny, and how much did he give you? 65 or 60?
It was 40. It was 40 for me, and then Mom for like 50.
Really?
Yeah.
He gave you $90?
Yeah.
40 for you. And why did your mom get 50 and you got 40?
Because she did a lot of the cleaning, like the good stuff.
Okay, so all together he gave us what? 90 and 225. Wow. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That was really nice.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he really appreciated it. He said it looked like a brand new hood, and he really loved the attention Alicia gave him. All the cleaning, the stainless steel spray, the filters were like brand new, and Alicia beat us home with.
Oh, she must have turned to the neighborhood.
No, I think she went. Well, you got stuck at that red light.
Yeah.
All right, well, guys, we're home. I'm gonna get this video up. It took us about 2 hours and. Well, no, it took us about 3, right?
Almost 3, yeah.
Yeah, almost 3 hours. So, anyway, we're home. I was gonna go do another job, but I'm tired. It took us a little longer than what we thought. Plus, we started at 11. He wanted us to start at 11 because he had something he had to do, and he was a new customer, and got me out of the magazine. So I just kind of did my thing with him. Anyway, where we were supposed to go was a vacancy, and there was only 3 items. So me and Vinny have a job tomorrow at 8:50 to 9 o'clock. I think I told him I'd be there. So we're going to get up at 5:30 and go to that vacancy that we should have been today and knock out those 3 items. We have all the material. So we'll knock out those 3 items early in the morning and then make our first. That's a good thing about being self-employed, guys. You can kind of make up your own schedule. As long as you're not making people sit there and wait for you and not showing up, then you're good to go. Hey, Benny. All right, guys, we're home. We'll talk to you later. Thank you for hanging out with us. Oh, and remember that little trick, on the flapper, those butterfly damper, where if it's going up too high and it's not closing, just bend the 2 ends and your problem is solved. Oh, look at Alicia did a little more decorating. Got a couple hands coming there. Yeah, there's her old broom. That's Alicia's ride right there. A spider crawling up. Huh. We should face this out. The wind blows it, but if I put it about right there, it kind of holds Looks like your mom from the back. Look at her.
Yeah, no.
All right, guys. Talk to you later.